Yo, Marvel fans, what's good? Welcome back to the Brad Shore channel. My name is Raymond, and today we're breaking down Ironheart, episode 4, Bad Magic. And wow, this episode is straight up intense. Heist, betrayal, magical cloaks, and a cliffhanger that'll leave you shook. Let's dive right in. Hit that like button, grab your vibranium popcorn, and stick around for my thoughts on what's next in episode 5. No spoilers, let's do it. Let's see here. Quick recap. Riri Williams, our MIT genius turned vigilante, is singled up with the Hood Gang, led by the shady Parker Robbins. Last episode, Riri made a tough call, leaving John to die during a botched heist. Now the stakes are higher than ever, and episode 4 cranks the drama to 11. Let's unpack what went down. The episode kicks off with a slick flashback to a heist at a massive mansion. It's late at night, and Parker and John are on the job. Parker knows the layout like it's his own crib. Kind of suspicious, right? They're cracking his safe. No, John has it open. Anyways, Parker has the safe open, and the guard stops him. Saying, hey, kid. Because he has a gun pointed at him. John, loyal to the core, shoots the guard and tells Parker, I'm always with you. That moment hits hard, especially knowing John's fate. Talk about foreshadowing. No. I don't know how much foreshadowing it is when it's an episode after John's death, but whatever. Flash forward to John's wake with the Hood Gang. Everyone's sharing warm memories about John, but Parker's giving Riri the ultimate side-eye. He doesn't say it outright, but when Riri asks if he's got anything for her, he drops a chill and, yeah, I got plans for you. It's crystal clear he knows Riri left John to die, and the tension is palpable. Riri's guilt is eating her up, and we're here for the drama, baby. Yeah, of course we are. Now let's get to the juicy stuff. That piece of the Hood Riri snagged from Parker in last episode, she's analyzes it with Natalie, her AI sidekick. And this thing is wild. It's generating its own heat, but it's not Wakandan, Stark, Pym, or even Kree tech. It's breaking the laws of physics here, baby. What could it be? Riri's like, Parker's planning something big, and I gotta figure out his powers before he comes for me. Oh, and when she sets the piece of the hood down inside that little glass jar of hers, it vanishes. She starts freaking out like, oh my god, Parker's here, but it pops back in the view. Spooky vibes. Riri's not just dodging Parker, she's wrestling with her own guilt. Her mom, Ronnie, asks if she needs to come clean. Riri, thinking that her mom's onto her secret, goes, no. Is like, what do you mean? Ronnie's just talking about dirty laundry. Taking dirty laundry to the laundromat, which is pretty funny. The music here is perfect, underlying Riri's anxiety. Chef's kiss. Kiss, kiss. Later, Riri vents to Natalie about leaving John. Natalie's chill, saying it was self-defense, suggesting Riri call Shuri. Riri's hilarious response is, hey, yeah, call Shuri, huh? Hey, Shuri. Oh, yeah, how am I? What have I been up to since I started an interspecies war on both land and sea? Oh, I joined a raggedy-ass gang, and a deranged guy is out to kill me. Oh, Riri, Shuri. Oh, she hung up. Shuri was just hanging up, and honestly, I get why she hasn't called Wakanda yet. Things get messy when Riri tries to warn Joe about his biomesh, which she dropped at the heirloom crime scene. Yep, her bad. But when she gets to Joe's place, it's crawling with cops and do not cross sign tape. And neighbor spills the tea. Joe, a.k.a. Ezekiel Stain, got arrested that morning. The news is all over, linking him to Obadiah Stane, who died in a plane crash 15 years ago. You know, that Iron Man 1 cover story that they were cocking up in order to cover for Tony being the Iron Man. Yeah. Joe's charged with illegal possession of bionic tech and domestic terrorism. I wrote that and I can't even read it. I'm so stupid. Dang, Riri, you really screwed this one up. Yeah, she really did. Meanwhile, the Hood Gang, Slug, Clown, and the Blood siblings are watching the news, debating Reddit threads about Obadiah's sightings, with people theorizing that Obadiah is not really dead. Clown's crushing on Ezekiel, which is adorable. And they're all confused about how his tech ended up at their heist, which is true. Parker's not chilling. We see him in his office, submerged in ice water. for 11 minutes and 32 seconds, training to hold his breath longer so he can stay invisible. That's next level commitment. He's also glued to the news about Joe's arrest, clearly scheming. Later, he visits Joe in jail, calling him Zeke Stain and offering to rebuild his life. It's super shady. Parker's like, your old life sucked anyway. Let me make you Zeke Stain. By then, Zeke's loading his stuff into a truck with the Hood Gang. So yeah, he agrees to join up with the Hood Gang. And he is led to the bay where there's a truck waiting. And they use that truck to take to load his belongings onto, the blood siblings do. So they can take him back to the hideout. By then, let's see. So they're at the Hood Gang, and Parker is looking at an old video of him and John. And they're laughing. And then he gets a message from Clown saying, oh, we got Zeke. We got Zeke Stain, and we're on our way back. Because he's got some crazy ideas. And they flash forward to him upgrading Ezekiel, with Zeke being offered to have, with a Slug offering to shave his head to give him a new makeover. He takes one look at her and goes, at Slug, and goes, nah, I got this. He goes and he shaves his head. And they proceed to upgrade him with Slug switch. So there's a screen, and it says uploading DNA. And underneath that, there's the words subject, Ezekiel Stain. And under that is the words admin, Ezekiel Stain. But Slug changes it to read admin, Parker Robbins. So Parker now has full control over Ezekiel's bionic implants. Riri's on high alert, setting up security cameras, giving forceful field watches to her mom and Xavier for protection. That watch, by the way, is actually helped an MIT student perfect all the way back to episode 1. There's a sweet moment where Xavier Riri asked Xavier if she's a good person, if he thinks she's a good person, and he goes, well, it all depends on who is labeling you as good or evil. And he says that you're complex. You're like Spock from Star Trek. And they go back and forth where she says she feels like she's more like that one lady officer from Star Trek. Love that. I love that. It was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool moment. But things got weird when Ronnie takes Riri to Stanton's shop for spiritual guidance and sage or whatever. Selma, Miss Stanton's daughter, senses the hood piece in Riri's pocket and asks her about that. And as Riri's about to take it out, she goes, no, not here. And she turns to her mom and goes, don't get mad about this. And waves her hand or twists her fingers or whatever, and ends up teleporting them to another parallel plane that's similar. The shop is similar to the one they're at right now, but it's just slightly different. And they start inspecting the hood piece, the piece of the hood. And they're like, well, what is it? Is it natural, or what is it? Is it man-made? What is it? And they're like, oh, it's natural. And they start asking, what does that mean? And they go, well, natural means it was made in this dark dimension. And it's giving off a lot of Doctor Strange vibes, if you know what I mean. They say that the hood... Well, Selma says that the hood is possessing whoever is wearing it. And her mom, Madeline Stanton, goes, no. This being doesn't... Because she starts mixing up tea or whatever with the hood, and she throws it, the contraption, she grabs some with her fingers and throws it on a mirror, and it sticks, and it makes some sort of weird design. And that freaks her mom out. She goes, nope, hell no, we're done here. And they ask Riri, where did you get this? Oh, I got it from a man in a red hood and a red cloak with Scar, which I think is Scar in his body. She goes, nope, 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 out, everybody out, and she kicks them out. But not before making it clear that whatever entity it is not controlling, it's not possessing Parker, but is influencing his decisions. And they kick him out, and she kicks him out, and Riri has no answers. Ronnie is pissed about Riri dragging her into this magical mess. She calls Riri out for manipulator, making her think that she was there looking for Sage, but instead was smuggling a dangerous hood piece in there to her friend's shop behind her back. Ronnie's worried sick, asking Riri why she can't trust her like she did with her stepdad, Gary. Riri snaps, saying Ronnie just wants her to handle things her way and dwell on her dead stepdad. It's raw, and it's real, and it made me teary-eyed. Meanwhile, Natalie brings Xavier to calm Riri. Oh, so she goes to destroy the hood, and nothing's working. So they leave there. They're at Ezekiel's hideout. So they leave Ezekiel's hideout, and they're flying back, and Riri begins to have a panic attack because she's thinking that about how she can't destroy the hood, and how Parker's coming after them, and they land in a junkyard because they're surrounded by those cars. And Natalie goes to get Xavier to help calm her down while she's having the panic attack. And they start having a nice, wholesome moment. And he asks, how did he do that, by the way? The remote control. She goes, what do you mean remote control? And that's when Natalie reveals herself to Xavier, who he is furious. He goes, you had no right. This is horrifying. You had no right to do this to my sister. I thought if anyone would understand me, it'd be you. And Ray goes, what do you want me to do? What would you do? What would you want me to do? He tells her, delete it. That thing is not alive. That is not my sister. Delete it. And Riri looks over at Natalie. And Natalie goes, oh, really, Riri? And then she flies off. Xavier walks off from Riri before he does so, he throws his that watch that she gave him at her feet and says, you can keep this. The episode, right in the feels, you know. The episode ends with Parker ordering the Hood Gang. Riri killed John. I want her head. Speechless. Just, oh. The Ironheart episode 4 is a banger. The music, especially Anthony Ramos's Villano, was pretty good. I'm giving this a 9 out of 10 for the action drama and that jaw-dropping cliffhanger. Is Dormammu behind the hood? What's up with Ezekiel's bionic upgrades? And will Riri survive the Hood Gang's hit? Drop your theories in the comment. And tell me if you're hyped for episode 5. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more Ironheart recaps. Stay super Marvel fans. Have a good day.